Never thought it would be successful. I never thought we could survive for 18 years. And then we made it. The only thing that today we should do is share the experience and know-how, especially share the mistakes, suffers with others. My thinking is that, you guys remember, if you want to be successful, learn from the other people's mistakes. Don't learn from the successful stories. Successful stories they make, don't listen to that. There are a lot of reasons behind it. Just like, I remember the first time Harvard Business School came to us, say, Jack, we want to write a case study for you. That's years 2001 or 2000. They came, they spent 1 week and they write a report and I read, I said, this is not me. And they said, this is you. I said, no, this is not us. He said, this is you. So they make up his sign and the case study go up and they start to teach in a lot of universities. The next 5 years, they invited me to go to the case study and they always find a competitor of my company. And after every case study, Alibaba will die, that company will succeed. All the students agree. And actually, every 5 years, all the competitors die, we still survive. So how can you study this kind of a successful story? Learn from the mistakes, the other people. No matter how smart you are, you will encounter these mistakes. You learn from mistakes not because you will be able to avoid mistakes. You will able to, when these mistakes come, this suffer comes, you know how to deal with it. How to face it. The book I want to write, if I can, is Alibaba 1001 Mistakes. This is the most treasured. 1999, in my apartment, 18 founders, the only purpose at the time, we survive. We 18 people gather 50,000 US dollars. We think we can last for about 10 months and then raise money. But only 4 months later, no matter how we tighten the budget, we still run out of the money. So everything we think about is to survive. But we believe that internet will change China. Internet will change the world. We believe if we don't succeed, somebody will. But if we start to do now and be smart enough, find the right people, do the right things, we will win. But later now, that we're getting bigger and bigger, we now think it's our responsibility. It's something that it's the mission somebody put in our heart that we should do more because we find we helped created 40 million jobs. We helped over millions of companies, small companies survive. Why we cannot help 100 million jobs globally? Why we cannot help small business in Africa, Middle East, developing countries, make them successful? By the way, the difference between artificial intelligence, AI, and people is that machines never have dreams. We have dreams. If you don't have dreams, you will never win with machines in the future. You should work to earn to be helped. Right? So, in order to encourage my 17 founders and all the people who joined us, I said, our competitors are very strong. At that time, our competitor was eBay. A lot of the eBay guys graduate from Harvard. We are people graduate from I don't want to even mention about the university names. Well, nobody. But I say, if we can win, if we can succeed, 80% of the young people in China, in the world, can be successful. Because we believe we work, a lot of them have dreams, but they don't work hard. A lot of work hard, but they don't have dreams. Entrepreneurs should work plus dreams. In this way, we can win. In my apartment, when we started, 18 founders, and we aim high, we have a dream. We say, we want to become the top 10 internet companies or websites in the world. Guys, at that time, we are ranking several million names. But we say, we want to be number 10, or the top 10 of the world. We want to make this company last 102 years. and we don't know where's our pay next month. Well, when you are poor, if you have dreams, you'll never feel poor. You know what we are doing? So after, we never say we will win next year or we win tomorrow. We say we will win in 10, 20 years. 19 years passed. Today, we are the top 10 websites, internet companies in the world. The African desert, African green is, the ecosystem is not controlled by lions and elephants. The ecosystem is controlled by the insects in the mud. Last century, the company, the bigger the better. So everybody wanted to be a big company, the powerful company. This century, from now on, a good company is more important than a powerful company. When you compete with big companies, in past 20 years, we've been competing with any company, lots of companies in China. But I learned one thing, no matter how strong an elephant is, if you're an ant, if you hide yourself well, an elephant cannot kill you. You can kill the elephant if you're in a better way. It's about your thinking. 1999, we started the business, and people ask, why not Beijing, Shanghai, why Hangzhou?
I mean, now Hangzhou is this hub of entrepreneur and startups and tech, but back then,
Hangzhou is nowhere, and I think at that time, Nokia was so good at that time. And I say, guys, where's Nokia? It's a thing that some small island headquarters there. It's not where you are. I don't see it. It's where your heart is, where your vision is. So we said, Beijing, they love SOE, state-owned business. Shanghai, they love multinational companies. IBM, Microsoft, they embrace you. Startup, entrepreneur, forget it, right? So I said, if in Beijing, we're nobody. In Shanghai, we're nobody. If we go back to Hangzhou, we're the only child of the local family. So we started. Tough days and mistakes. And this is what, if you start to think now, it would be good. So if you ask me when I was a boy, I never thought about that. Never.
Let's go to the back of the room. Yeah.
Fan Lin, YGL from Shanghai. I know that you recently spent 100 billion RMB in deep tech research. I just wonder how you think of the future of deep tech and how that's going to influence humanity and creativity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think technology, as a company, we invest 100 billion RMB, which is like 150, right? 15 billion US dollars on researching for the high tech. As a company, I hope in the future we gain our profit because of our technology, not because of our size. So we have to invest in technology. But I don't like this kind of, there's a debate. Artificial intelligence, big data is going to threaten the human beings. I think artificial intelligence should support human beings. The technology should always doing something to enable people instead of disable people. When steam machine comes, when cars comes, people hate it. You know, today we think car is good. When the automobile when first was designed, people hate, especially this horsemen, right? They destroy every cars they can see. So I would say, people like us, when we have the money, we have the resources, we have all the excellent young people.
Through being more connected, is that genuinely driving?
Of course, consumption will make, without consumption, definitely we're not happy, right? But if the consumption may not be, the thing is that, for me, people like me, people say, Jack, you are very rich, but I don't have time to spend money. And I know this money does not belong to me. When I have 1 million, 2 million, it's my money. But when you have 20 million, problem comes, you think the US dollar is going to devalue or English pound and the stock market is going to problem. When you're over $1 billion, that is the responsibility, because the society trusts you can manage the money better. If you think that is your money, you'll get into trouble. This is what I always believe. How can a person have 20 or $2 billion? No matter how hard you work, you should not get to $2 billion or $20 billion. The money people put on you is the trust and credit you have. So you should spend money better than government. You should spend money better than the other people. Spend money on the right places. So consumptions, yes. And I can service industry. Let me tell you one thing. The AI robots is going to kill a lot of jobs. Because in the future, machine. But we have to create modern service industry. We are like a war room. We make decisions based on whose voice is louder. Right? Early days, we fight and talk, and then making sure everybody speak up. Right. So this is also a way of mobilize an incentive. There are a lot of ways, and different people have a different way to send incentive. So this, how much time I sleep? Yeah, I have a problem. I sleep not very short, but not good. And I don't eat a lot. This is something that I was curious. I don't eat a lot. I'm a very picky on the food. And I don't know, sometimes I would love to see what the things that make me work like that. But for sure, that if I suddenly give me 1 month vacation, I'll collapse. I think there'll be something in my heart, maybe the mission. At the beginning, it's a mission of 18 people. Today, we have 65,000 people. They all believe the mission. So if I give up, I can give up my position, but I should not give up the mission. If I give up, everybody say, hey, no. So, and then especially today, Alibaba at this size, people continue to say, for this size, the growth rate will be tiny or down. So what's the 10, 20 years Alibaba will look like? If you want to still be greater or triple our size, what the direction, how to do it. So I spend a lot of time thinking, and I love to think. Good thing is I have a good team now. I think, I do the talk, they do the work.